Okay, we are given that a manufacturing company has determined that its demand equations for its two types of products, it has type A and type B products. So they found that their demand equations are P1 and P2. These are the price demand equations, where P1 is the price of type A product in thousands of dirhams. So the units here are thousands. So when you get the answer, you would say 1000 AED. And the same thing here. This is also in 1000 AED. And notice what each thing is. P1 is the price of type A product. P2 is the price of type B product. X is the demand of type A, like the number of products that are produced and sold per week. Here, this question, everything that we do is on a weekly basis. So we'll be computing the weekly revenue function. That's what they're asking us to do in this question. So let's see. Remember, X and Y. X is the demand of type A and Y is the demand of type B product. The demand, meaning by that, is how many products are produced and sold per week. So now that we know these, we want to compute the revenue. So the revenue function R of XY is equal to, listen careful to what I will say, the number of type A products produced and sold per week, times the price of the type A product per item. So X P1 of XY plus now the number of type B products that are produced and sold times the price of each item. This will give you the total revenue for the week. Okay, so now this will be X. Now P1 of X is here, so I'm going to write it 500 minus 6X plus 5Y plus Y times P2 is here, so 200 plus 2X minus 5Y. And now we combine things. So first multiply X inside, minus 6X squared plus 5XY plus, and now multiply Y inside here. It will be 200Y plus 2XY minus 5Y squared. Okay, and now the terms that look alike, add them together. Well, we notice that there's only 5xy plus 2xy. These together will give you 7xy. Everything else is by itself and cannot be combined with something else. So now you'll have 500x plus 200y plus now the 7xy, these two, then minus 6x squared minus 5y squared. Great. So this here is our revenue, weekly total revenue function. Let me just put it like this and write R of xy again. Look at what they're asking. After you compute it, so we found it. Sorry for this. Yeah, we found it. This is the weekly revenue function. Okay, so when you compute things in it, the answer will be in, would it be in thousands? Yeah, in thousands of dirhams, the units for the revenue, because the price is given in thousands of dirhams. Okay, perfect. Now, look at the question. They're asking us to compute the revenue at a point where x is 10 and y is 18, and then compute both the marginal revenue with respect to the demand of type 1 or type A, and the marginal revenue with respect to the demand of type B product. That's the Y. Okay, and so we have R already here. This is computed. So let's do R sub X, the partial derivative with respect to X. So you start with the first one. The derivative of this with respect to X, 500. Okay, nice. Let me just do it like this. And now second one plus the derivative of this with respect... the 7 here is a plus. Yeah, 2 plus 5, yeah. So the derivative of this with respect to X is 0. Plus the derivative of this now with respect to X is 7y. Now the derivative of this with respect to X is, the 2 comes down, it becomes 12, and subtract 1 from 2, you get 1. Minus 5y squared, the derivative with respect to X is 0. Here they're asking with respect to X. That's why we get this. And now simplify. So this is 500 minus 12x. I like to write x before y. So plus 7y. That is the marginal revenue with respect to X, which is the demand of type A product. And now Ry of X comma Y, so the marginal revenue with respect to the demand of type B product is, and you do the same thing, one by one, find the derivative now, but with respect to Y. So 500x, the derivative with respect to Y is 0, plus 200y, the derivative is 200, plus 7xy, with respect to Y, the derivative is 7x. Because 7x is like a constant multiplied by y. If you had like 3y, and I ask you what's the derivative with respect to y, you would say 3. So anything multiplied by y, if y is just to the power 1, it will be the derivative. So plus minus, and then 6x squared with respect to y, 0. And last one, minus 5y squared, so 10y. The 2 comes down and you subtract 1 from the power. And so now you write it nicely. 200 plus 7x minus 10y. That is the marginal revenue with respect to the demand of type B product. All right. So now you found the 3 things, and all what you have to do now is replace 10, 18. So we need a calculator for this. I'll put it here, and we will be done after this. So now, yeah, so we want to replace 10, 18. So therefore, R of 10, 18 is, Rx of 10, 18 is, and Ry of 10, 18 is. And let's start the first one. Notice R is here, the thing, so 500 times X plus 200 times Y. Then what? Plus 7xy. 7xy minus 6x squared minus 5y squared. And now I'll go back and put x and y. So remember, x is 10 and y is 18. 10, 18. Then here x 10 and y 18 equals, so this becomes 7,640. This is given in what? In the revenue in thousands of dirhams. So this is 1,000 dirhams. 1,000 dirhams AED. So it's 7,640,000 dirhams. So it will be 7,640,000 dirhams if you want it like exactly how much. So this company, it means that to produce, it's producing like high, very expensive equipment. So this could be something like maybe like what could cost this much for producing approximately the revenue of about 30 products, 7 million. So let me just see if we have 7,640,000 and we have 28 or 30 things, so approximately each one is 250,000 dirhams. So it could be cars. These could be cars. Let's say type A car and type B car, and that's why even though you are taking a small number of these, but the revenue is very high because they are expensive products. Good. 7640. So let's write this here. 7640. Now, R sub X of 1018 is what? We will do it here. The formula is here. 500 minus 12x is 10 and plus 7y. Y is 18. So this is 506. Of course, what? This will be Rx is in 1,000 dirhams per unit. So this is the derivative. And Ry is here. So we will do it. 200 plus 7x is 10 minus 10y is 18. So it's 90. 90 what? 1,000 dirhams per unit. Okay. So these are the answers to this question, but I just want to make sure that at least we understand what this means when we take partial derivatives of the revenue when it has more than one variable. So I want to just show you that this Rx at 1018, this derivative, it's just what we did in the past. This is approximately R of 1118 minus R of 1018. So it is the revenue, or the exact revenue, approximately. It's the revenue obtained from the producing, better to say from producing the 11th product of type A, but keeping production of type B constant, keeping production of type B constant. What do I mean by this? I mean that for type B, you don't change the production, just you're increasing the production of type A by 1. So you had 10, 18, 10 of type A and 18 of type B, and now you want to see what happens if I have 11 of type A and 18 of type B. If I keep fix the type B number and just see what is the revenue from one additional type A product. So this is the formula, and let's check. Rx at 1018, what did we get it to be? Rx at 1018, 506. So this is 506. Now I want to compute the right hand side. We're done actually. I'm just showing you this so you see that it is something that we expected. Now use the Rx, this formula here, to put 1118 minus 1018. So clear this. Let me see. 500 minus 12x plus 7y, and now we want to put x 11 and y 18. So this is 494 minus, and now this one 10, we did it already, 506, and so 400 494, yeah, 494 minus 506 equal negative 12. And you see that, oh, sorry, what am I doing here? I'm sorry for this. I'm going to do it again. So this is R, not R sub X. Yeah. So you go to R and substitute. In R, you substitute this part. So R of 11, I'm just going to go up and show you something. Here, this is the R, right? This here up to, yeah. So when you put, let's see, Rx 1018 is 506. Now R of 1118, you just put 11 in the formula for X. Okay, so here 11, and so what did we get? This one is 8,140 minus, and now let's put 10. We did it already before, right? It was 7,640. 7,640. And now check 8,140 minus 7,640. 500. So this difference is equal to 500, and notice it is approximately the same as the marginal revenue with respect to type with respect to the demand of the type A production. Since we made this slight mistake, I put X here by mistake. Okay, it's not true. I wrote it correctly, but then when I was substituting, I substituted an X, so I did a mistake. So that's why I want to do RY now without making any mistakes. So let's see. What we can say also here, so I'll erase this because we already computed it. Let's do the RY. So this here, and this is not part of the answer, but it's important that you understand this thing. RY at 1018, this is the marginal revenue with respect to the demand of type B product. This is approximately the R at keeping the type A now fixed, 1019 minus R at 1018. So this one, we computed it already, we got 90. This one, we computed it already, we got 7,640. So all what we need to do is compute this and check that it will be correct, that they are approximately the same. So let's go and check. The formula is here, but I will put what? See, we're keeping 10 the same, but we're increasing the production of type B just by 1 to see what would happen to the revenue. We're claiming that this difference here is going to be approximately 90. So let's do it. Now instead of 18, you'll put just 19. The 10 stays the same. So this 9, and last one here, 9. So this 7,725 minus this. So now 7,725 minus 7,640 is 85. So this is 85. Notice, yeah, at least it gives you an idea of approximately how much is this difference. This is exactly, when you compute this, it will give you exactly the revenue from one additional type B product. If you produce one more, this is just one more than what you have here, the situation. 10 type A, 18 times type B, then you just increase type B by 1, and you're asking, what is the revenue that I get from this? 85 dirhams. Okay, and so here you will say so 85 dirhams for the 19th. So you can say that approximately, or here exactly, 85 dirhams will cost to produce the 19th type B product. Okay, Nice to see this, but actually the entire question that they asked us about was only finding them and substituting 10 and 18. They didn't ask us to do this, but I wanted you to see it done once. We did this at the beginning of the semester when we had functions of one variable. If you remember, it was like this: the revenue, the marginal revenue, R prime at x is approximately R of x plus 1 minus R of x. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing here, but with functions of two variables. And I will stop here.